Oh, baby, hold on. It's Dizzo time.
Oh, yeah. Dizzo's gonna take us to church. It's Friday again. You know what that means. Dizzo's back. Happy hour is on the scene.
Oh, yeah.
New games, new vibes, but the crew's still tight. Season 3 is rolling. Get ready tonight. Yo, man, time to get your ass dialed in. Season 3, let's crank it up. Same good times, just fill your cup. Big Daddy Dizzo's live, so raise 'em high. Happy hour's back, let's ride. I know it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Grab yourself a cold one and sit your ass down, people. Hell yeah!
Big Daddy Dizzo, happy hour operation, and let me be the first one to welcome you to your weekend. Golf clap to you. You made it. It is the last Friday of May, man, and I can't believe it. I just can't believe how fast this month has blown by. But here it is. It is the last Friday and the last weekend of May. And is that right? That's technically right? Because, you know, I mean, after all, the weekend is now, starts now. And I got to tell you, man, it hasn't been feeling like summer around here. And we do have a good chance of having a decent weekend around here if those darn Canadian fires aren't going to block out the sun for us. So I'm going to have to talk to my buddy Ian in Canada and say, hey, man, you know, tell your folks over there to keep your fires in check over there. Of course, you know, I mean, natural disasters and everything else aside, I'm sure it's a lot of territory to maintain. And I guess it was like the biggest evacuation up there in modern history. So, you know, certainly out of control, and our hearts and minds and prayers are going out to all the folks out there that may be affected by that. So hopefully everybody stays safe. And for us down here, I mean, with it being the last weekend of May and June is right around the corner, which means summertime is beginning. I just, you know, as a program note to you guys, you do know we still do happy hour and all of our squad streaming all summer long. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday nights, you can turn here and see Dizzo Squad in action. And tonight is no exception. And it's a special night, people. If you're not well aware, Elden Ring Nightreign dropped at midnight last night, and we're going to play it tonight with the Dizzo Squad's playing all night long. So Ralph, Jason, and I will be in full effect, and we're going to preview it a little bit here during happy hour. I'm not going to get too far in the weeds, so if you're tuning in to catch the action, I hate to break the news to you, just in respect to my brothers who I'll be playing with later on, I don't want to get too far down into the weeds and, you know, do too much. So we've been chatting with each other today, and we're going to certainly be, you know, playing as a good squad tonight. So I want to make sure that I don't get too far in the weeds, but we are going to preview it. I'm at the round table. I did do the tutorial. So for anybody who has already bought the game and downloaded the game, you know there's that tutorial at the beginning, and you get to the round table after you you know, either defeat the boss or die. And so I'll be there today for happy hour. We're going to talk to some folks and kind of loading up on some tutorial stuff. But the real action is going to be at 7:30 tonight when the boys and I play. So before I get to that, I don't want to get too ahead of myself. How are you, man? And did you have a good week? I mean, it seemed like it was a lot to do in a 4-day work week. If you're a normal work week person like, you know, myself, Memorial Day came, you didn't work, and then you had Tuesday through Friday, and it was like shoving 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag for the most part. There were so many meetings this week, so much going on. It was at a breakneck pace. And I'm just, dude, I am just glad that it's Friday. It's 5:30. I'm here with you and spending time with you as we do. And I got to tell you, man, with Elden Ring dropping and the excitement around that, it has eased the burden of the work week for sure. I mean, we've been kind of looking forward to this now for several weeks, if not months, talking about it. And we're damn excited to be able to jump into this game tonight and get our teeth into it. So we will be playing more Hunt Showdown in the days and weeks here ahead as we traipse through summertime. And of course, we've got our eyes on the next target, which is Arc Raiders. So as you know, we did do the tech test on that, had a hell of a time playing that. That was great. It was a hoot. And so the boys and I will be buying Arc Raiders when that thing drops here late summer, early fall, or whenever it is they decide to drop that game. But for now, we'll get into Elden Ring and see how well we do with that. So we do have our typical program here for happy hour, so we're going to jump into Elden Ring here for a little bit, and then we'll meet back here at the bar for a toast and get you ready and dialed in for your weekend as we do. But short of that, here we are at the round table for Elden Ring. And before I start rolling on this, if you haven't already played Elden Ring or you don't know anything about Elden Ring, the Elden Ring Nightreign is it's basically a standalone game, and there's no PvP involved, much like Elden Ring. So it's a self-contained game. You can play alone, but it's not recommended. But you can play with a squad of 2 or 3, and you get into the game, and you are working over a 3-day period to get to the night boss, right? So it is a roguelike game. You're basically dropped in, and you are battling baddies to build up your armaments so that you can battle the first night boss. And the first night boss, depending on the night boss that you choose for day 3, can be one of a locked-in number based on that night boss. And so you kind of know a little bit once you start playing a little bit who you're going to be going up against. But at first, I don't know who the hell we're going up against. But you'll battle that first boss, and hopefully you win to go into day 2. And then day 2, again, you are harvesting and ravishing the lands, trying to build yourself up and your character up, getting yourself ready for the second night's boss. And then you battle that second night boss, and he drops a bunch of goodies, and then hopefully weapons and goodies and things that can level your character up. And then you go into the big boss fight on night 3, and it's supposed to be pretty badass. From what I have seen and what I have heard and read, this is no walk in the park. Well, I mean, like any FromSoft game, any of the Souls games, it's never been a walk in the park. Let's face it, these games are difficult, and they're by design to be difficult. They are supposed to be challenging to the point of where you want to keep coming back. And I understand there is an addictive gameplay to this game, much like the Souls games, but it is crazy different. I mean, a lot different. They've tooled this game, engineered this game so that it is fast-paced, so that you want to get in there and get into the action and get to the bosses. I mean, from my interpretation of what I'm reading about this game, they have read the feedback, and after years of these games being in the mix, they determined that while, yes, the journey is fun, and playing the Souls game is about leveling up your character and grinding and all that stuff, some folks just want to do the fights. Some folks just want to get into the boss fights. And so they've taken the best of Elden Ring and the Souls games, and they've compressed it into this rinse and repeat type of boss battle, working your way up to these boss battles and getting in there and leveling up your character in that way. And there's different elements of other games. While there's no PvP in there, there is a little bit of that battle royale, rushing to get to the center of the game and where the real fight happens, right? Which in this case would be the day 1, day 2 boss battles, right? Or mini boss, or whatever you want to call them, before you get to the night boss, which is day 3. So there's that bit. And then they still have the hunting gathering piece and leveling up your character. But the grind isn't so all-consuming. I mean, if you've played any of the Elden Ring or Souls games, you know that, I mean, it can be a fucking chore just grinding to get your character up to where you need it to be too ready for that next big fight, right? And for some people, that's what it is about, right? It's part of the journey, right? And I'll be right there with you. I mean, I enjoyed Elden Ring immensely. I know that there were nights where I wasn't playing with the squad. I was just going in solo just to grind so I could level my character up, right? So I could get the points, so I could level them up, so I could better my character, so I can be ready for that next big fight that was going to be with the guys, right? In this case, it all happens here. It all happens in Nightreign, and it happens very fast. And because of that, they've given you some additional mechanics that you are not used to seeing in the Souls game. So you have a super sprint that just is out of control fast that gets you through the big map. You have climbing and jumping abilities that you didn't have before. They've taken out fall damage, so when you fall, you no longer will take damage and die. It's all part of the game, right? It's because this is a very vertical game just as much as it's a very level horizontal game. There's a lot of climbing in this game, and you're getting to out of reach areas that before in other games you didn't have. So, you really got to get your hands into it. This game is not going to be for everybody, certainly by any stretch of the means, because if you like all of the things that are the hallmarks of the Souls games, the grinding, the time that it takes to build your character up, the journey, because it's, for lack of better words, it's a role-playing game. And so you want to immerse yourself into the story, right? So that's what those Souls games are about, just as much as it is the hard challenge that it is battling the bosses. You're not going to get so much of that here. This is more of you are on a mission. Get your ass on that mission, focus on it, and you're about harvesting the things you need to gather, the better weapons, the better trinkets, the better skills to level up your character so you're ready for the boss battle. And you got to go in there with the team mentality. So, you have a squad of 3, you want to make sure that you're evenly balanced. You can't have 3 tanks going in this fight. Well, I guess you could, and you might succeed with a couple of bosses, but the big boss and many of the later things that you're going to encounter in this, you can't go in there with a lopsided squad that are all the same class. You can't have 3 archers. You can't have 3 casters by any stretch. You shouldn't have 2 casters, but you're going to want to make sure that you have a well-balanced squad. So a tank would definitely be a must, although the tanks are a little bit different in this game than your traditional tanks. They're not going to just sit there and take all the damage all the time, and they certainly can't get all the aggro either, because one of the things that we've seen is these bosses do not hold aggro, or I should say the tanks don't hold aggro on the bosses that well, especially when you have other dudes in the squad beating down this boss. So it will be a challenge if you're a tank to hold aggro on here, but you can be a sponge to a certain degree. So in a true tank sense, you'll be able to take a lot of damage, but you're going to need to build that character up, make sure you're getting the armaments that you need to hold that damage and not get killed. Another thing in here is the resurrecting of your characters. It's a little bit different than we've seen before. And what I saw earlier today when I did the tutorial for sure was you are striking the character that is down to bring them back to life. A little bit different. And I'm sure there's other intricacies in here that I haven't got exposure yet because I just haven't seen it, but it was slightly different. But I do like the way they pop it front and center. You've got a character down or another player in your squad down. Just got to go get them. They're easily marked on the mini-map. In general, you should be all playing together anyway. I would not say that Elden Ring Nightreign is a go on your own type of game. So Ralph, if you're listening, stay together. So it's truly, and for sure. The whole point of being in a squad, chances are, your weaknesses will show if you go wandering off on your own. Especially if you are a caster like I tend to play, or an archer. You are a ranged weapon class. So you're not going to be front and center in his face. Although I will say I've seen some footage of archers being right there in the guy's face, getting his ass handed back to him. So, granted, it's going to take us a couple of days to get used to understanding what the limitations are the pros and cons, the strengths and the weaknesses of these characters. And I think that's what tonight's going to be about when we play tonight. So again, squad play tonight, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Ralph, Jason, and I will be playing Elden Ring in a squad all night long. But right now, what I'd like to do, we're at the round table. This is the first character I just played out of the tutorial. Yes, I did die trying to fight the boss in the tutorial, but I think part of it I was just trying to figure my way around, understanding the button pushes, the keystrokes for success. And there's a lot of them, dude. So, sticks and button conjunctions, much like you got used to in Elden Ring and the other Souls games, but you got to warm up to the mechanics of this particular title. So what we'll do is we'll pop in here and we're going to talk to some of the NPCs, let you see round table hold here and see what it's all about in here. We'll see what kind of things that I run into. We'll talk to some of the characters and just kind of get to the point where I'm ready to go and jump in with the boys. So what do you say we jump right in? We'll switch out of the awesome blues music that we got going on and we'll jump in here. So I've already talked to this chick, but we're going to talk to her again to see if she has anything else to say.
I will do my utmost to aid you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
When you first awoke, I did not believe you had any recollection of this round table. But we have fought together countless times. Do not be afraid. Remember well that above all else, we are allies. It is good to have you once again.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
How can I help? This message is for you. You will hear it often. Seekers of redemption. On the third night, this land will fall. Band together and prepare to claim the life of the Night Lord. That is all.
So basically, she's referring to...
Regrettably, I have no means to fight. It might strike you as presumptuous, but I am in need of your help all the same.
She's referring to the mechanics of the game. So as I said earlier, and if you're not aware, so you have 3 nights. When you immerse yourself into this game and you start playing with your buds, you're going to go in there. First day is going to be fighting your way through a bunch of mobs and trash, getting yourself leveled up, getting your weapon attuned to you, getting yourself to a good place where you're leveled up and ready to go. You'll fight the first boss, and then you'll move to day 2, and you'll repeat. Different boss, different area that you can go to. I mean, the map's wide open, right? And then you'll go and fight that boss and hopefully defeat that boss, and then you'll go off to the third night to fight the night boss. So that's kind of what she's referring to. All right, so this is the map. See on the right-hand side here, this is the map of the Round Table Hold area. We're going to go and kind of explore a little bit and see what else and who else we can talk to while we're bullshitting around here. So don't know if I necessarily want to go outside. What is this cat got to say?
Care for a drink? A fine beast we're facing this time. Well, take it as a challenge. Don't overthink it.
These are all key pieces of information too. Like, don't overthink the battles. Just go in there, do what you do best. If you are a caster, do your casting. Watch your health. Don't get too close. If you're a long range fighter, same thing. I mean, you can get in there close. Just make sure you're not getting your ass handed back to you. If you're a tank, do your job and tank. So it's very important to listen to what these NPCs are saying to you. I don't think there's anything else for us to do in here at this time. I'm going to assume I could jump down there, but I don't know if I want to yet because I think there's other people I want to talk to first. So let's go in here and talk to some other people. I don't think there's anything down here, but let's take a look. It's funny, this looks just like the Round Table Hold in Elden Ring, right? Merc is the coins or the currency in the game. So spend it to buy items at the Small Jar Bazaar. purchase here. Permanent, will not be consumed when departing on an expedition. So that's key to keep in mind here. So you lose your shit after every battle, but unless you have permanent stuff. So you gotta, and again, granted, I've got to play this a couple of times to understand the full mechanics of this, but there are, obviously your level will grow and stuff like that, and there's some things you'll pull out, but this is specifically saying things you buy here are permanent, and you will not lose these things upon death. As you can see, I've got dick for money, so we're not buying anything from this guy. So let's go forth. We're going to go over to the other side and talk to the other person. Now, I just pushed down the left stick. That's that cruise that I was telling you, the super fast run. So it looks like we want to go this way. Yeah. Something to read over here. Thought I saw. What's up here? Hey, what's up, brother?
Welcome to the Round Table Hold, brave champion. I am but a humble attendant, here to serve your needs. I am told that each of you has committed a grave misdeed, but I beg to differ. You aim to preserve this very land, and that is no small matter.
That's right.
Indeed, it is an ambition most worthy of praise. I've spruced up the facilities to make your stay as pleasant as possible.
You spruce them
By
up.
all means, do make yourself at home.
Well, thanks so much. Does he have
How are
anything
you
else to say?
faring
No.
today, champion?
What was this? All right. So let's just see what's down here. Who's down here? Hey, baby.
What is it? We must put the night sky to rights, to see its beauty once more. What is it? I believe myself skilled in my craft.
That's wonderful.
What is it? I believe
Okay, so it's got
myself
nothing better
skilled
for me to talk to her
in
about
my
right now.
craft.
She made clear that she was skilled in her craft in case I got a dirty mind and think she was skilled in something else. All right, which admittedly did occur. All right, moving right along. So I think we've talked to all the folks we can talk to out here. I would like to know though what is over here. Felt like maybe it's up. I saw something I needed to do up there. Oh yeah, there you go. Interesting. So these are the classes up here. Okay. So as you grow your class, the journal will get filled out. Okay, that's nice. All right. I guess we're going to go out where we saw. Oh, there's still more up here. Okay. There's still people to talk to. Break the shit.
I will see that our deed is done. No matter how towering the beast we face, stand your ground and raise your shield. Be patient. Your window of opportunity will come. I will see that our deed is done. I am here to serve.
Okay. I don't want to. I still got this other dude that I skipped. That's cool. So you can keep the mini-map open while you're running. So that's good. Very cool. So for one of the things that I have been seeing is people are saying that the game is logically built. So it's got a pretty robust UI, obviously, but the interactions with it make sense and have been well thought out. So this is one of the classes, but apparently I'm not supposed to worry about him right now. So, all right. So there's some shit out here that we can dig into. Beautiful game. I mean, the graphics are fantastic, but you know that's pretty hallmark of all of these Souls games. I mean, Elden Ring is just fantastic. I'm gonna guess you can't go here, or you can and you will die. So I'm not going to attempt it. Otherwise, there's really... Whoa! Well, I did. There it is. Well, you'll get to see me get rest. There it is. So, so let us go out this door. Sparring grounds. All right, use the sparring grounds to learn control and practice. That's good. So this is awesome. Claw shot. So this is the one that I was struggling with a little bit. So triangle L2. So like struggling a little bit with aiming this. Oh, you can... Interesting. That's pretty cool. So like I'm holding down, hold triangle and L2 to set the target. But see, if I use the left stick, which is where I would expect to do it, it doesn't do it. I gotta use the right stick. So if I want, and that's onslaught stake. Which is not built up yet. So that's the uppercut. So that is a crazy move that I'm trying to figure out how to do better at. See, it's not natural because my thumb is on the triangle. Oh, wait a minute. You can let go? Oh, well, fuck. Oh, that's better. Although I just fucking didn't target it right. Let's try that again. So you hold it down, hold down triangle. Oh, okay, there you go. You don't have to. You do that to activate it. Okay, all right. And then it's a little clunky. Let me see here. I'm trying to specifically target that dude. Is he too far? A little weird. Guess I'm not 100% sure. Oh, that got him. Okay. Trying to do a drink. Trying to drink. I don't want to drink. Oh, you can change characters here to do the different stuff. Interesting. Interesting that I just got, so over time it gives me free drinks. Build up this ultimate. Ultimate is now ready. So Onslaught is and you can charge, hold. Hmm. button. I'm trying to find something. Yeah, let's charge this bitch and see what kind of damage we can do again. Woo! Nice. Ooh, you can actually play around with the big stuff. This is what I want to see. Search sprint we know. Strong attack. All right, oh yeah, we got that. Okay, so that's where you bring in your buddies. You can do a password. That's kind of nice. Okay.
I am always ready to fight. I can't believe it. Facing off against the night itself. If such is our fate, we must rise to the task. I am always ready to fight. I've trained with halberds before. No expert by any means, but I can hold my own.
Ah. So here's where you get the classes. So right now the Wilder, this is the one that you start the tutorial out with, the one I was just playing around with. Get the Claw Shot, Onslaught, Stake, powerful single attack, launches Iron Stake with a great explosion. Guardian. By the way, and you got your passive ability, which you can cheat death a single time. Passive ability here, Steel Guard, plant feet, and brace with shield for a more powerful guard. Character skill, Whirlwind, beat wing to whip up a wind-churning cyclone. And then ultimate art, Wings of Salvation. Leap up and dive back down to... Ooh, let's go play with that one really quick. want to see the ultimate in this guy. So doing 85 damage. I want to see your ultimate, dude. Let's go. Interesting. All right, let's do the ultimate. Fun. But we need to look at the caster because that's what ultimately I like to play. So let's go over here. So elemental defense. Discover affinity residues that can be collected to replenish FP. Residues. Magical cocktail. Collect the affinity residues of targets to fire affinity exploding magic cocktail. And then the ultimate is Soul Blood Song. Unleash a forbidden blood chant to brand nearby foes with bloody. Well, let's try this one out. Equip a staff, sacred seal, or other catalyst to cast sorceries, incantations at the cost of FP. R1, R2. Dude, come on. I have a tiny little hit. Big deal. All right, let's try. Do I have no FP? Oh. 3 charges on that. That's what we just saw. And I have no FP right now. It'll take a little getting used to this. Let's get this. Affinity residues replenish FP. Come on, a few more hits and give me my ultimate. Because I have no FP. I'm gonna have to remember how to do that. All right, well, I mean, that's cool when it works. Arrows are unlimited. Pretty cool, man. Like I said, it feels familiar, right? So feels familiar. See, I'm not really much of a sword guy, though, you know? I think I can play a sword wielder. That's why I like playing caster. So that's what the tank. Let's look. Elden Ring Nightreign. So stupid. Interesting. Okay. I like it. I like it a lot. I like being the caster. Yeah, for sure. Well, like I said, there is a lot to learn about this game, and tonight the boys and I will be playing this all night long in just about an hour from now. So if you are interested in watching Dizzo Squad play, get our asses handed back to us several hundred times, but hopefully having some good encounters with some great bosses, I encourage you to check us out. If you're watching it on the live, on the restream, we will have it in our squad playlist as well. Well, let's not lose sight of the fact that this is happy hour, and we do this here every week at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And of course, after we're done playing and screwing around, we come back to the bar, have a drink, toast to something or someone that means something to us this week. And I would like to raise my glass to all the people that have been supporting me in my life journey over the last several years post-cancer. For some of you who may not be aware, I'm a cancer survivor, and right now I've got a clean bill of health, and hopefully that sticks around. And just was reminded today when I was talking to an acquaintance who just had their 5-year clean bill of health, and I was so proud of them and happy for them that they reached that milestone. And I remembered that when I reached mine recently, not too long ago, that it's a load off your mind. But you don't get there alone when you are in that journey. And if you or someone you know is currently in their cancer journey or have just emerged from our 5-year clean milestone, I wanted to remind you, as I remembered myself, that we're not in that journey alone. It's our loved ones, it's our friends, it's our families that are in that journey with us, and they help give us the strength we need to get to that point. So raising my glass to those folks in my life. And if you're currently in this journey, I'm raising my glass to you, because you too need to realize you are not in it alone. Yes, it feels like it when you're going on those appointments, those medicine appointments, we'll call them, your appointments with your doctors, and you're trying to get through all that garbage. I know it's not easy. So I'm here for you. You can always reach out to me. I'll always tell you about my journey and help build you up. You can get through this. In the meantime, I certainly hope you have a good weekend. Try to make it a good one, eh? Take a minute and remember you are working so you can live. You're not living so you can work. So take some time, recharge your batteries, and for God's sakes, man, we only have one life to live. So make it count. Have a good one. Thank you so much. We'll catch you later. With that, that'll be it for this week. Thanks for joining me for another episode of Happy Hour Operation. I really appreciate you being here. If you like what you saw today, please hit that like button. It helps the channel gain traction on YouTube, and I'd love to reach more people just like you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I got one question for you. What are you waiting for? It's free. It helps you stay up to date with all of our latest episodes. Plus, you'll get first access to new content, behind-the-scenes fun, and plenty of exclusive tips to make your weekend even better. As always, stay safe. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And for God's sakes, man, it's the weekend. Get out there and make it happen. We'll talk to you soon.
Grab yourself a cold one and sit your ass down, people. Hell yeah!
Hell yeah.
Quick riff kid, a game start effect. It's Friday again. You know what that means? Dizzo's back, happy hour is on the scene. New games, new vibes, but the crew's still tight. Season 3 is rolling, get ready tonight. Season 3, let's crank it up. Same good times, just fill your cup. Big Daddy Dizzo's live, so raise them high. Happy hour's back, let's ride. I know it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Grab yourself a cold one and sit your ass